Battery low. Powering off. Powering on, mic on.
Ready, green, green, green.
Battery low. Battery low. Battery low. Powering off.
Yeah, that sun definitely killer there. It's very, very hindering there. Look at that. Just blinding. It's going to be like that for a good portion of the race. But these guys, this is all experience there. These guys know where the racetrack is, know where the racing line. Lots of track time tells them when to brake. They can hear engine sound, RPM range. Lots of keys for them to know when to brake. Versus trying to look at track markers. Audio sounds definitely a big factor as well. Striker here following Phipps and Ryan. Ryan still leading the 3-pack here. Phipps trying to find a way, a little bobble there for the 26 machine. Andrew Phipps looking like who's going to take a peek on the outside. John Hammond there all the way, very checked up. Looks like he had a moment. Take a look and see what happened to John. Oh, it's that transition we talked about there. Keeps it off the wall. Good catch. Good save by him. That transition will definitely upset the car, but he keeps rolling. Good job by the 29. Following Jeremiah Burke here is going to take a peek on the outside of Burke. Real tight against the 73. Not quite there. Bigger trying to pull away. Cameron Dario, Mark Richkin. These guys starting to catch. Looks like Dunkelberger had a moment. See what happened to Ryan. Oh, very free off of 2, it looks like. It's coming around. Yeah, you see that rear end a little over rotate there. Close to exit and almost loses it there completely off of 2. Very close to the pit wall. Great job saving it by him. Got a little happy there on the throttle there. Saw him push it really hard at the start. Phipps assumes the lead. Stryker falling behind. Appreciate everybody tuning in. As always, everybody, please give a like, share the stream. Stryker a little bobble there. You see the front nose move around. Riding on board with the 88. I appreciate all of you joining us again every Sunday night there on the end of your weekend, tuning in for these guys to put on a show. Absolutely, all the drivers, everybody appreciates it. Stryker trying very hard. He's starting to lose the back end, trying to give everything he can to catch Andrew Phipps just ahead of him, and he's about keeping pace more or less. Maybe just a tad off. Take a look here. They're a little back forth. Phipps quicker. 2 laps out of that. We still got about 30 laps to go here for the first stage break. These guys really running hard. Looks like the 88 and 25 is starting to pull away from the 26, Ryan Dunkelberger. Good battle here. Cameron's caught up to 01 of Nathan Biggert. Looks like Biggert slid up the corner, just gave up the line there for the 20 to go by, recognizing the 20's faster there on the pace. That's just smart driving there. The 01's trying to get the stage in there, lets the 20 by. Mark Richkin running in 6th there, Burke right behind him, and there's John Hammond as well as Chris Roberge. There, these guys kind of evenly spaced out. Rayburn back here with the pack. Jerry Culver and Craig Jr. here, the trio at the tail end, trying to sort out some racing. Very, very close to each other. Riding on board with Jerry Culver. It's got Brian Rayburn just ahead of him. Jerry very close, gets a good exit there, right up against the 74, but not quite anywhere to go with it. See Culver a little bobble there through the dog leg. These guys not utilizing the apron at all. The 3 down here. Riding with Keg. Jerry a little free there going down the track. Catches up, hangs on to it. Running way up the corner here. All these guys are, it looks like. Tires starting to give up a little bit. So happy actual birthday for Jerry Culver here. They went out, him and the family went out this past weekend. And we got a caution. Looks like John Hammond backwards on the backstretch. You see the skid marks there. Tell the story. Getting loose off 2. Maybe a little tap to the inside wall. We'll take a look here. There's John Hammond. See, the car's already over-rotating there, middle of the corner. Completely loses the rear end off of 2. Long, lazy slide. Little tap to the nose, nothing detrimental. It's going to get it back in gear. Spin it around and get going here. Sherry throwing a happy birthday for her son, Jerry Culver. Jerry was trying to mention his actual birthday today. Happy birthday to the number 13. Good luck for him tonight. See if he can squeak out a win, maybe a top 3 for the 13 there. He's doing good here, keeping the car on track. As no takers for pit road here. Pretty early on in the going. Phipps and Stryker there, as well as Ryan, top 3, really putting their foot down early going. We still got a good amount of laps till the stage break. This track will wear up your tires pretty good as we're 1 to green here, double file. Pace car rolling into turn number 1. Pull up the old track map here. Pace car is going to dive in here. That's the pit entrance. We still got this used to be the front stretch a couple of years ago. They completely reconfigured. The same shape is the same. They just moved the start finish line down there. This used to be 3 and 4. Now this used to be 1 and 2. Now 3 and 4. Start finish line way over there on the dog leg. They moved all the grandstands to this side of the racetrack. Because of that, son, now no longer in people's faces. Phipps gets a quick jump there, gets the field, catches them sleeping, Stryker a little bobble. See Ryan all the way to the bottom, trying to get everything he can get. It does make the lane shorter, but the caveat, you have to send it right back up to the racetrack to make this corner. These guys really fighting hard to get the stage win. Good battle back here with Rayburn and Culver. Craig Jr.'s John Hammond relegates to the tail end. We'll see if he can work his way back up to the field here. Now on the outside of Craig Jr. is going to make his way around him. Craig with the good-looking car there, the number 94. Looks like it's Captain America. Really patriotic car, I like it. John Hammond makes a pass here. Culver trying to take a look at Rayburn, who we're riding with, and there's a good battle up here as well. Cameron Daria on the inside of Nathan Biggert, taking a peek on the inside of him. It's gonna end up falling back in line, and now under fire by Burke. There in the 73X side, Burke running the high line, trying to get a run off the corner, and he does. He gets really close there, gets his nose in a little late break there on the 20. Nice and tight against the yellow line. 20 fighting back. We'll see if Burke hits the apron here. He does. See the compression there on the front left. That tire completely, that tire completely compresses in. It looks like there's an issue. 29-13, getting it together.
Get yourself something to drink. Get a deep breath.
Looks like a lot of damage there on the 29, maybe the 13 as well. We'll see what happened to these guys. Take a look, John Hammond going on the inside, coming off a 2 here. It's like Culver. Oh, that might be net code. I thought Jerry was going to come down, but I think that's net code. Yep, that's definitely net code. They're pretty close to each other, but net coat there. These cars are pretty tough, though, and it is a short track. Looks like a little ding there for the 29. I don't think the damage is that bad. Jeremiah Burke coming down pit road. Looks like he's going to take some tires, trying to get a stage win. With just a handful of laps to go, Culver and Hammond also coming down to get as much damage repaired. See if we can catch someone here. Hey, Striker in the 88, this is Joseph, you got me?
Weather transition's good. What's going on, Joseph?
Powering
little
on.
communication
and
issue
on.
there. It looks like think we might get him here. Striker in the 88, this is Justin in the booth. You got me?
I got you, Joseph.
Awesome racing there. Looks like the car's really slick as the sun's coming down. That's the sun in driver's windshield in your guys' eyes. Is it really affecting you guys out there?
Yeah, it's definitely in our face, but it's making the racing a little bit fun. So a little bit. I was actually just enjoying the transition. I was just talking to the guys about it. So it's not a problem for me, but it was in our face here a second ago.
We see a couple guys trying out that apron. A lot of transition. That car really upset coming across. Is pretty bad down there. Something you might think about?
Yes, it bottoms out if you go down to the bottom if you're trying to cut the dog leg. So I'm just trying to cut the tip of it off and keeping it from spinning. But these cars got so much horsepower, it's making it difficult to hold on to them.
Awesome. Appreciate you chatting with us. Good luck to the rest of your race.
Thanks.
Little insight there. The sun definitely playing, not wreaking havoc, but in those guys' face it looks like. But these guys with so much experience, they'll manage. Phipps leading the pack here. Striker on the outside.
Green flag.
Charging battery.
Green flag's out. Better jump for the field here, keeping up with the 25. Ryan gets the outside lane completely, cutting the dog leg as well. It's going to be side by side with the 88 here in corner number 1. Striker way up in the third lane. He's going to have a good run here down the backstretch. And he's going to cut him across completely on Phipps. Phipps catches the wall a little bit, I believe. Striker with an unbelievable corner up high. We might be 3 wide here for the stage win. Ryan on the bottom on the apron. Striker cuts the tip side by side. We might be 3 wide in corner 1. Ryan right up against the 88's going to check up a little bit. Almost, looks like almost he was going to tag him. Coming down the back straight side by side. 88 free. Phipps might walk away with this one. And he does, as 88 got a little free pushing hard. Bigger to soon second place. Burke with a big run here on the 88. 88 really falling back now, just trying to gather himself back up. Now under fire by Hammond and the 24. Lots of action going on here. 88 just really trying to keep his composure as the top 2 not pulling away. Bigger fading away, not really fading away, saving his equipment early on in this stage. Now he's putting the pressure on Andrew Phipps here. These guys rolling along now, getting everything sorted out. That restart absolutely insane. Single file through the field. We'll see if Biggert has something for Andrew Phipps here, though. Phipps leading up front a good portion. John Hammond coming around. We saw him come down pit road. Looks like he possibly took a set of tires. I know Jeremiah Burke was one of them. Hammond getting that damage fixed. Really charging up through the field here. Burke assuming the lead there with some fresh tires, and I missed it there. He got both of them in one corner here, rolling 1 and 2. Burke on the outside of Nathan Bigger, and he's going to catch Andrew Phipps here. Darts to the inside, going into 3. Not quite. I thought he went inside. He's going to shoot outside as well with some fresh tires, able to carry that speed a lot better. And he's going to look out for a stage win there as he's starting to pull away. Barring any catastrophe, he's ensuing for the stage win here as John Hammond also charging up the field with some fresh Goodyears underneath him. See a little dent to the right rear. Not really, shouldn't really affect the car. 29 getting around the 01. Now looking at the 25 just ahead of him for more stage points here. Hammond there taking a peek on Phipps. Should get him coming off the corner here. We'll see how much of a fight Andrew Phipps puts up. It's a good run there off the exit. But Hammond with just fresher tires, he's going to make the pass. Phipps winning white there, really trying hard, going in the corner. Might open up the door for Nate in the 01 as the laps are winding down for the first stage. Top 2 pulling away. 01-25 still nose to tail. There's Cameron Dario in 5th. Chris Roberge here. Stryker down the racetrack. Looks like he might have gotten free off of 2 again. That's Ryan Dunkelberger. Apologize, down the racetrack. These guys fighting it out. 88 trying to gain as much spots as he can back. Craig Jr. here running some laps. Sees the field ahead of him, trying to get some experience going. Doing a great job keeping the car clean. Rayburn and Culver here. Culver looks like Jerry has a little bit more damage than the 29 did. The left side pretty scraped up there from the earlier hit. He spun around backwards on the wall. Burt pulling away. Hammond looks like he might be closing in with 2 laps to go here in the stage. Apologize, 3 laps to go. Take a look at the timer here. Hammond quicker the last 3 times. Looks like it's about evening out. He gained half a second a few laps ago there on lap 45. See Burt quicker these last 2 laps, recognizing Hammond's closing in. Might be just what we call week in and week out, just managing the gap. You see that guy closing in, push a little harder there, save a little bit of your tire for when you really need it. John Hammond here, not touching the dog leg or the apron in the dog leg at all. Looks like quicker this last time by, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Really sending it in, 1 and 2, getting pretty close there. Running our final lap here down the backstretch. Looks at everybody free off the exit. Lots of cars wiggling. But it's going to be Jeremiah Burke here coming across the stripe. Taking your stage win. Hammond, Phipps, Bigger, Dario, Roberge. There you go, Stryker. Dunkelberger and Richkin's going to get a top 10 there in the stage. As that's your first stage rate caution. See Jerry coming down pit road. I think a little early. No, pit road is open. There you go. Everybody else. No, he pitted the last time by, I think, just to get some more damage fixed. He can. That's just an EOL. Nothing to fret about, as Burke's going to lead him off here This pit road, very interesting. One of those, not straightforward, one of those weird ones is you can have a pit box there in the corner, and it's very tricky there to pit like that. Here comes Jeremiah Burke. Everybody should be relatively on the straight, though. There's Hammond there. Cameron Dario. Looks like he completely missed the box. Well, not completely. It's just a shallow angle. He almost missed this box. Burke's going to win the stage off pit road. Andrew Phipps going to be your second. These guys trying to get a bunch of service done. Full set of tires. Fuel. I don't think Jeremiah Burke took tires. We'll have a chat with him and see what are his thoughts for the second stage here coming up. Jeremiah Burke, this is Joseph in the booth. You got me?
He didn't pull me. I got you.
Hey, Jeremiah, a bit of a different strategy there. You pitted the last yellow in the that caution there. Took a set of tires. You and the 29 got a stage win. What are your thoughts for this next stage? I don't believe you took any tires. It's going to be a little bit of a fight. What's your game plan here?
Yeah, just we're going to the playoffs next week. I want to get a playoff point, kind of just help me out a little bit more going in there. Don't really have the speed for the top three guys, so I'll just run it out on these 15-lap old tires, and we'll get to the end of the stage, get back on fresh tires, and see what I got for the end of the race.
Awesome. Big picture racing there, thinking well ahead of the future as the sun sets here. The car already slick, might be a little slicker, a little bit harder to hang on, you think?
Oh yeah. I'm just gonna take it easy here and try not to wreck it, and then we'll just get to where I can get some new tires again.
Awesome. We'll send you back. Good luck.
Thank you.
Burke giving us some insight. Big picture thinking there as we're approaching the restart for the second stage. He's going to lead us off into the green flag. Coming around 3 and 4. Good jump there. Phipps already hitting the apron. He's going to take the charge on the 73 just ahead of him. He should get by him relatively smoothly, but Burke not going to give up easily for sure. He's going to put up a fight as long as he can. He's got a pack of hounds right behind him. See him really hard in that corner. We mentioned that earlier. That corner so inviting. He's going to slide the car up the track. You do got to slow it down, but he's making that momentum pretty good on the outside. Phipps is going to clear him here in 1 and 2. Hammond right behind him. The whole train rolling along. Culver coming down. Oh, I thought he was coming down pit road. He's on the racetrack on the other end. He's trying to get his car repaired. Phipps pulling away here. We'll see if these guys can get around him. Oh, look at that. Transition bigger. We talk about transition on the dogleg. I'm pretty sure the right side of that car just jumped up in the air. He clears. John Hammond gets that speed down there. He's going to shoot on the... Oh, I think he tagged the 73 spinning down the backstretch. Burke, that's a yellow. I think he just got into the rear end of the 73 with that run he had. Bigger just trying to get to the outside and continue the momentum. We'll review it there and double check, but the closing rate so quick there on the tire difference. We'll see what happened. I want to see this transition first. Look at this right here. He's straight shallow angle, straight. Look at that car bounce, the compression of the suspension there, the front end. It's just bouncing along, and they're full throttle through all that. And Biggert has such a run here. He's got fresher tires, cut in the corner there. He clears the 29. Looks like he might have just tagged. Trying to get a look. I'm not too sure. I think Burke might have just broken free, trying to get out of the way. It's hard to see. I'm gonna have to cheat on this one and get a. There we go. I don't like doing this. I try to keep it as even as I can, but I can't really. Yeah, that looked like a. Hold on, we'll pan it around. The littlest tap. Here you go. There you go. This should come up here. We'll slow-mo it. I think he just... I mean, it doesn't look like... I don't think he touched him at all here. I mean, you can't really fit a... I mean, if there is... Oh, you can see it right there. His card. Well... See, I think that dip in where the headlight is might have saved him, but I think he just really broke loose there. That's so minute. I don't think he really did anything. It's so minute, but sometimes those tiny things. The tiniest of taps will spin a car around, but I can't say for sure if he touched them, and even if he did, it's not malicious anyway. I was just more curious if he touched them. I think that dip in where the headlight is on the front left is where the right rear of his car came across. If anything, it might be more air pressure pushing the car around, but Burke was also an old tires just trying to get away, I think. Get away from the 01, give him some clearance there to run up on the outside as the pace car is off. 25-29 here as the lights start to set in. The track's going to cool off. It's going to get more slick. We'll see what they do here. We're approaching halfway this stage. Phipps is going to lead him down to the Geico restart zone. See the flag there at the bottom of the screen. Barney with that flag in hand. Good jump there for the 25. Rolls it as soon as he gets into the restart zone. Everybody else following suit. 26.88 down on the apron. 3 wide back here, just quite. 94 outside of the 74. Bigger trying to really send it in. Craig Jr. pushing the outside of Burke. 01 backs it off out of the 3 wide there. Settles in down coming down the backstretch. Phipps leading the field here, single file. Craig Jr. on the outside of Burke. Jeremiah Burke clears it. Jerry Culver back on the lead lap here. Oh, looks like Rayburn had a problem. Might have bounced off the wall, very off the pace. Maybe broke free. We'll back it up real fast. See what happened to Rayburn. Riding on board with the 74. Oh, looks like he got stuck to the wall there. That wall like glue, just a little wall ride, nothing crazy. Big battle here. Hammond on older tires, 88. Inside the 29 goes by. 20 trying to follow suit as Robert's 98. There's Mark Richkin. These guys fighting hard. Stage points on the line. Playoff points. Last race before the playoff starts next week. Everybody trying to get as much points, as big as the buffer they can. Hard racing here. Richkin trying to get to the outside of Roberts, but he does got Hammond in front of him. Just got to think and see which lane's going to move, where he can get momentum. Mark with a good run there on the exit, having to check up. Not hit the 98. Phipps still leading. Ryan in second, Tracker in third. They're a little bit spaced out here. Andrew Phipps just taking off from the field, though. Robert's inside of the 29 still. John hanging on to that spot in 5th place and doing really good with some older set of tires. See Craig Jr. take a peek at Jeremiah Burke. Looks like Robert's just going to clear Hammond here in the 3rd corner. Hammond a little free there off the exit. Might be in the wall. No, he catches it, keeps it going. He's going to lose a bunch of spots here, though. Relegates here to 10th. Cameron Dario starting to catch the top 3 here. As the sun is almost completely set. There's still a little bit of horizon up behind the grandstands, but completely almost gone. The lights completely on. Track completely lit. This car, the dynamic, the racetrack, everything's going to change from how it did a few laps ago. Phipps pulling away here. Striker trying to close into the 26. Craig Jr. here still trying to put the charge on Jeremiah Burke. A little broke loose there on the transition to the apron. I think he started to get loose when he turned in there. Good catch by him. John Hammond coming back now. You're really working the throttle. So free there. Oh, he's going to hit the wall. Hard hit there. Stuck on the outside. He's going to hold it up there. Let these guys go by. He was feathering the throttle there on the exit. Just trying to get the power down. Smacks it good on the right front first. But it doesn't look too bad. It's the same amount of damage as the wreck prior, I believe. Just a dink there on the right front. Phipps completely pulling away here. See, Dunkelberger was a minuscule quicker that one lap. Not really much to say anything, but Phipps is pulling tenths away from these two here. Cameron Dario catching up to 2nd and 3rd now. See if anybody come up with some strategy in the last stage to maybe get around the 25 or just keep some pressure on them. Battle here for 10th, Rayburn going by Jerry Culver. Hammond back there. Trying to get to the stage break now. You see the hood a bit pushed up. Field starting to spread out a bit. Still a good fight here up here for the 2nd spot. 88 following the 26, 20 closing into them too. And a good fight back here as well. Burke and Rayburn. Burke, of course, we know on some older tires there, falling back a bit. Rayburn shooting on the outside. I think Burke's struggling there on the corner exits. Just trying to also make it to the stage there. We spoke to him. He's trying to get some playoff points. Big picture racing there. Andrew Phipps leading the charge. 88 trying to close into the 26. 20 closing into both of them. Fifth, 6, and 7 under a bit of a blanket. There's Mark Richkin behind Bigert. 98 of Roberge here leading that trio. Craig Jr. running in 8th place now. Leading this pack, Rayburn closing into him. It's Hammond getting around Culver here. Culver with a limp, damaged car. Still trying to get some work done on it, I believe. Oh, very free there. Hammond I think he broke. I think that was just the angle. It looked like he went straight up the track. 13 broke loose there, going down to the dog leg, to the apron. This car's equaling out now. Good spacing between the second, third, and fourth place here. It's number 1. 25 just continues to make gains and pull away from these guys. See Dunkelberger maybe half a tenth, pretty much a tenth there on 75. Losing a tick there on 76, but it's not quite enough. We'll see what they tick here. It's half a tenth, a little over half a tenth slower that time by it. Just slowly gaining and losing time there on the 25. 25 just managing his gap there. No need to really burn it down. These guys are the ones that have to catch him. 25 Smart Racing. Good battle here. These guys, one little mistake, one bobble, losing the rear end, something, and the guy behind you is going to be all over you, if not completely by you. Craig Jr. here under fire by Brian Rayburn in the 74. Oh, see the RPMs a little up and down, a little feathering there for Craig Jr. We're riding on board with him now. Trying to keep the car underneath him. Ryan Dunkelberger pulling away a bit as we're closing the stage here. Just a handful of laps to go. We'll caution will be thrown on one lap. 106, stage 105 completion. Yellow comes out at 106 there, and now Dunkelberger's really making gains there on Andrew Phipps. See if maybe he was just saving. There he is. See him just quicker the last 2 laps by 2/10. He's got Phipps just ahead of him. Little bobble there, fighting the car on the exit. As he's pulling away, he's completely checked out from 3rd and 4th. We might have a race here on our hands as Dunkelberger really sends it. Oh, little blink. I lost him. Oh, I hope he didn't blink out. There he is. Oh, he's really trying hard. Smacks the wall. He was really closing in. Smacks the wall there, and that's what we mentioned earlier. One little mistake, one bobble, one just something tiny like that, like a wall tap, and the guys behind you are just completely over you now. .26 coming back to take the fight to these guys again, though. He's recovering very well. Now, right behind the number 20, he was really catching Ryan Phipps those last couple of laps. I think he just made a mistake that we couldn't see because of the blink he had, I believe is why I lost him. But he's really pushing hard here all over the number 20. See him take a peek there on Cameron Dario. Striker up the track here, 1 and 2. Should get a good drive there. Andrew Phipps just riding off into the distance now. These guys, oh, good bobble there by the 26. Bobbling all the way down the backstretch, almost all the way down the backstretch, hanging onto it. 88 free through the corner. The car gets really, really tight. You're putting so much wheel into it to get it to rotate, and as you start to slow down, it'll start to grip a bit. You lose the rear end as the G-force unloads, as that downforce unloads in the corner, and it starts to break free now suddenly as the 20 is putting the charge on the 88. Looks like he's gonna make the pass. .6 trying to follow suit there. 88 checks up corner entry there. Let's Ryan by. Looks like he's going to have a run here coming down the backstretch on the outside. Not quite done for the fight for third. Still trying to fight for the stage points there. I think he scraped some wall, saw some sparks there, running way up the racetrack. He's going to lose a lot of time here, falling back in third, and Ryan back it, smacking the wall again. He's going to lose third there to the 88, but still has a good amount of time to get it back.
Caution.
We got a caution out. Looks like Culver with an issue there. He's back in pit road. We're about to have another battle between the 88 and the 26. Something happening for Jerry Culver here. Looks like Jerry was trying to get off the racetrack. Oh, something. Culver with just something going on. He having to exit immediately. Stopping on the racetrack. They're throwing out the yellow. Culver just something going on with him. Couple guys coming out pit road. Roberge, Burke, Hammond. Guys maybe trying to get another stage win. Burke, I'm sure is what he's trying to do. Is that's what he did last stage yellow. There's his left side's car drops and off he goes. John Hammond's gonna sit there for a bit, I believe, and get some damage repaired. See John Hammond pull out on the racetrack here. It's going to catch up to the field. Field double file here, coming around 1 and 2. They're gonna come off 2 exit, roll down the back stretch. There's the pace car coming down pit road entries. We're getting ready to complete the final stage with a handful of laps, about 10 laps to go. .25 in command here. 20 on the outside. Cameron Dario very aggressive on the racetrack. We'll see if he can have anything for the 25. I think a little bit of wiggle for the leader there and the 88. 20 has a pretty decent start. We'll see if he has something for Andrew Phipps here. Bigger on the outside as we got a wreck back here. Rayburn and Craig Jr. up against the wall.
Cleaning stuff, guys. Your blower, they're going to drop down some oil dry here, I'm sure.
We'll take a look at these guys. Wow, look at that. This is quite an angle. The Roberge, Hammond, all of them pitched to cut the dog leg. We'll see. You see them going down. Rayburn straddling the apron there. 3 wide. Still 3 wide. Oh, something up with Rayburn there, just completely up the racetrack. Well, right on board with him. That's weird. It's like he blew a right front. He just went completely straight. That's odd. He didn't turn the wheel or anything to make the corner. I'm not sure if John on his inside caused them to second guess it. I'm not quite sure just not ready for this corner at all. I gotta say, you see everybody pitching in. Rayburn just going straight there into Craig Jr. Not malicious. I think that 3 wide with Hammond and Burke might have caused him to not turn in quite at the normal spot where everybody else would. I'm not too sure if he knew Craig Jr. was there or maybe lost focus, but Rayburn going straight into Craig Jr. there. And there's the damage for the 94 on the left side. He ends up backwards as well as Rayburn. Not quite as bad, I think, as the 94, but these guys should be okay. Cameron Dario coming off pit road. I think he took a set of tires. Not sure if there's enough time, but we'll see if he can get to the front. Rayburn coming down pit road to get some damage fixed. Back double file here. Workings 1 and 2. Getting ready to take the restart. 88 on the outside of the 25. Biggert inside. Ryan Dunkelberger outside. Dunkelberger really quick here. Just having trouble with a corner here and there. We'll see how aggressive these guys are for this playoff point. Approaching the Geico restart zone.
Green flag.
Big jump there, 25, 88 go almost immediately. 25 clears, 88. These guys diving down into the dog leg, into the apron there. Side by side, Burke and Roberge. Burke sends it off into corner number 1 and clears the 98. 98's going to try to battle back on the outside. Is 88's a little bobbly there next to 01, and here comes John Hammond inside of Ryan Dunkelberger. Very tight racing there. Dunkelberger almost against the 29. 01, 88, a little bit together. John Hammond on the tear, trying to get as much as he can. Striker 88 on the outside, running the high line, trying to get a good run there off the exit. John Hammond, fresh tires on the inside. 88 gives away 3 wide here. Ryan Dunkelberger in the middle. Burke on the bottom. Striker on the outside. Ryan backs off, lets him sort it out. 26 trying to follow the 73. 88 still running the outside. Hammond trying to still get everything he can. Smacks the wall. 81. Oh, Fandrew Phipps is loose in the wall. Completely smacks the left side of the car, and there's a big wreck there. Everybody ducking in one. What a crazy lap there. Everybody backwards. Biggert is in it. The 29 was backwards. Fitz smacked the wall. A lot to dissect here for this caution. Wow, we're in the stage break. The stage is not over. Well, I mean, a lot just went down, and we're not done yet. We'll take a look and see what just happened. Starting with Andrew Phipps there, he just completely loose off of 2 there. Kills the left side, lots of damage there. And then I think Hammond and Burke got together. No, Hammond and Biggert got together. Oh, Burke to well, let's see. A lot just happened here. These guys, Hammond just sent it in there. Gets into Biggert. Checks him up, and Jeremiah Burke just completely into the 29. Nowhere to go. All 3 of them pirouette. 25 goes by and assumes the lead again. Ryan, 98, 24, 88. These guys, wow. these guys were gonna walk away with possibly a stage win, and then they wreck each other. I mean, a lot going on here. Andrew Phipps kills the left side. We don't know how much damage he has. Stryker hits Hammond. These guys into the wall. That just tells you everybody just trying to get some playoff points for the playoffs, trying to cement themselves, give themselves a little bumper, a hard hit for those guys. As we're getting ready to go green here, double file coming down the backstretch. Phipps on the outside. Looks like he was able to. Nope. I thought these guys were going to pit. No, I don't think anybody pitted that time by. We'll see how much damage Andrew Phipps has. His wheel, little kink to the right. Everybody's is. Looks like no toe damage there for him. We'll see if Stryker can hold him off for 3 laps for this stage win.
Green.
88, great jump. 25, 26, 24, not quite so good. 3 wide. Everybody going down into the apron. Good battle here. These guys really putting the charge. Andrew Phipps has to have some damage there. Falling back here side by side with Roberge. Ryan Dunkelberger gets around the 25, 98, trying to get by. Side by side here. 73, 20, 29, side by side back there with the 24. Nathan Bigger towards the back here after that wreck, just trying to get by. Ryan Dunkelberger now taking a peek there. Stryker with a couple laps. Oh, getting loose. Now on the inside. Same thing as Andrew Phipps. Ryan Dunkelberger is going to take the lead. Robert's coming by. 3 wide back here. Cameron Dario 4 wide down through the apron. They sort it out. 25 putting the charge there, trying to get by the 20. 88 falling back. Side by side, Cameron Dario's not going to let off. He taps the front end of the 25. Hard racing for the stage. 1 to go. Coming around here, Ryan Dunkelberger leading the stage last lap. Robert's trying to take it from him on the apron. Roberge with the much more shallow entry. There's Cameron Dario, completely sends it in. We'll see if Roberge can get a good corner speed there, coming down the back stretch. 26 loose, 98 dives in, has a nose in, and clears the 26. He's going to slide up the track though. It might be 3 wide for the stage win, and the 98 gets it. Wow, almost 3 wide for the stage. 20. The 20 was coming, maybe one more lap there for Cameron Dario, but a trio at the line for the second stage. Wow, what a stage. We still got the rest of the race to go. These guys are going at it. I mean, that was insane. Dunkelberger second, Dario Burke. Phipps in 5th, Richkin, Hammond, Stryker in 8th, Biggert in 9th. As last 3, Craig Jr. 10th, Rayburn in 11th, and Culver in 12th. The last 3 cars out of the race right now. Just a handful of cars on the racetrack, but the racing has been intense. See if you see those guys on the right side there. It looks like everybody except Dario and John Hammond are pitting. Get a good bird's eye view of the racetrack. It's a pretty unique racetrack. Phoenix is as it kinks off there, coming off a 2. And you can completely cut the dog leg over there at the end of the grandstands. Pretty much after the start-finish line, you start to dive in against the pit wall. Cut that corner completely and straight beeline it to that stretch there right before 3. But it definitely gets really bobbly. Man, you were doing good there, Rayburn, speaking about his car there. Rayburn, speaking about his car there, having trouble with Gen4. I don't think I like the car either, but I mean, the racing's fun to watch. It's the nature of Phoenix. I believe this track is just so tricky. But you're doing pretty well, I think. Infield Care Center report from Jerry Culver. Lots of leg cramps, really bad leg cramps, he says. He just could not continue anymore. Had to park the car and address it. Really a difficult night for him, it seems like. But good valiant effort there, trying to hang on. It's when you can't, you just can't. Nothing wrong with that. So we're getting ready here, coming back down to the racetrack. Hammond, Dario not pitting. Everybody else behind him getting some tires. That last stage was intense here. We got a long ways to go there, a little less than 100 laps. They'll tick off pretty quickly there, especially if these guys get spread out. We'll see who's got the long run game now, who can save their equipment. Car's going to be very slick as a couple drivers here towards the back are closing in. Burt looks like he went a lap down for some odd reason. I think he was getting some damage fixed, but green flag's out. Dario heads the field. Ryan Dunkelberger on the outside. Off they go down into turn 1. I try. I'm just calling what I'm seeing. Oh, Bigger smacks the wall. He's stuck against the wall. Really trying hard, and these guys are stacked up behind him. Phipps is really trying to get back up there, and this is something we don't see Andrew Phipps a lot back in the field. We'll see how he can work it, how much tires he going to burn off trying to get up there, as Biggert's really fighting hard on the outside. Phipps a little bit of apron. Looks like Bigger gets a good run there, trying to get to the outside of Robert, just gets there. Robert's putting the charge now inside of John Hammond as Cameron Dario is pulling away with Ryan Dunkelberger. Now taking a look here on the apron. They'll be side by side. Coming down into turn 1 as there's a complete dogfight. Oh, big. Oh, I thought they were going to wreck there. 3 wide to 1. I mean, it's still a melee. These guys are going at it. Andrew Phipps getting by Robert. I thought Robert was going to get by Hammond. Now he's side by side with Bigger behind Hammond. They're going to be 3 wide here. Look at that car just completely slapping the pavement there on the transition. Phipps going by. Bigger following suit. Hammond just trying to hang on there. Checking up Robert, and Rutschkin caught up. Ryan Dunkelberger getting by Cameron Dario as we will have a pit stop about maybe middle to late end of this last stage there, depending on when these guys want to come in. Action very intense here as the field starts to spread out. It might calm down just a little bit as we completely just picked up from the end of the second stage. These guys are still going at it. Andrew Phipps in 3rd place right now. Striker back here, trailing the tail end of the field, really. Jeremiah Burke a lap down, hoping for a yellow, almost half a lap down. Just trying to ride out the race, hoping someone gets into something, and they pretty much almost did here, as Dario still keeping up relatively with Ryan Dunkelberger. Andrew Phipps just putting his foot down here. He's really closing the gap. We'll see if tire management's going to come into play, but I'm sure they're going to need a pit, as this trail here are pretty close. There's pretty much a queue behind John Hammond, with Roberge and Richkin there quicker than the 29. Roberge takes a peek going in. Very tight there in the corner. Roberge completely almost on the apron, side by side. Across the line. They go across there. Roberge looks at the cars just jump out. Roberge is going to clear Hammond. Richkin now trying to follow suit. Hammond shuts the door on the 24. Cherry, don't drink all the milk, Cherry. It's inside joke. Roberge clears Hammond. Hammond a bit off the pace with some older tires. The car's a little beat up, but not going to give up for sure. Not giving up anything. Still going to make these guys fight for it. You see him on the yellow line, on the stripe there. Retchkin being really patient there, but Hammond loose there. It's going to open the door for the 24. Not quite. 24 is going to swing up around on the outside. Gets the power down. We'll see how they go here. 24 is going to clear the 29. No, Hammond's still fighting back there and doing an amazing job. There goes the 24 now. Finally clear. The 29 now sets his sights there on the 98 just ahead of him. Dunkelberger getting around the racetrack in fashion, as Andrew Phipps has caught the 20. Phipps with some fresher tires than the 20. He's going to clear him here going in the 1. Cameron Dario biding his time there, waiting for the pit stop cycle to open up. As the middle to end of the stage and the start of this one was just insane. It's nuts. These guys are just sending caution to the wind, and that shows how much they badly want those stage points, want the win, get a buffer going into the playoffs. Strike it to the back here. Really loose there. Really off the pace. And Burke here, I believe 2 laps down. No, my mistake. Burke here, a bit behind the field, a lap down. Just hoping for a caution. Dunkelberger, hopefully he can manage his tires. He's got a massive gap on Andrew Phipps. No need to really burn your tires off. Just manage the gap. Let him overheat it. Let him use that rubber that the 25 has. Lose a little bit of that time. It's okay. When he starts to pick it up, you'll have a little bit of tire underneath you to start to put your foot down. We'll see what Dunkelberger does here, as Phipps is really heading the charge. Take a look at the lap timer. There's Phipps slower 3 out of the 5 laps. Dunkelberger really 10th quicker, just a tick quicker, and that's what you want to see there. Maybe half a tenth on either side, a little bit slower, a little bit quicker. Just manage the time you have. You don't need to win by much. See what Dunkelberger does here as the rest of the field files out at 2. I gotta believe Andrew Phipps is relaxed a little bit though, getting by the fields, pulling away from the 20 here with some fresher tires. Nathan Biggert filing out in 4th, and Roberge here still fighting with Richkin. Everybody else really cycled out, spread out. The closest battle here is Richkin and Roberge. Richkin taking a look on the outside. Coming down the backstretch, has it, knows, almost got chopped off there by Roberge. Really stuck his nose in there on the outside. Rechkin really trying to get that 5th spot. Wants the top 5 from Roberge. These guys really fighting it out here. Roberge doing a valiant job. See Roberge up the racetrack a little bit more there. It's going to get some drive off. Rechkin towards the bottom, against the apron. Neither of them using the apron, cutting the corner. Same deal there. Roberge middle of the track. Rechkin low in the track. It's kind of evening out. Rechkin using the shorter line around, but Roberge getting some momentum up middle of the racetrack. Both of them on the bottom through 1 and 2. Bit of a jumble here as Burke hit. Oh, I think Striker back very loose. Almost lost it. Just darts to the inside and catches it very quick. Those are some quick hands. Something we talk about here a lot is hands and how fast. Look at this. Not as quick as I thought. It looked more dramatic on the outside of the car. As a Striker and something up. I think wrong with Hammond. Might be mistaken here. The battle's still heating up for 5th. Roberge is, Rechkin just waiting for his opportunity. Looks like, Rechkin scraping the wall there, really pushing hard, trying to catch Roberge. As we're approaching halfway into the stage, the final stage here, we'll see who wants the short pit. My money's at Andrew Phipps here, short pitting, trying to get the leap. Look, he's still pushing hard. As well as right ahead of him, swirly up there, right before corner entry. Phipps, I believe, is going to short pit, undercut everybody with some fresher tires, burn a couple qualifying laps, and then back down a bit to manage the end of the race. We'll see if he undercuts the field here. Running in second, Dunkelberger just on a tear right now, though. Phipps actually quicker. Well, not quite. It's still back and forth, and that's what I talked about earlier. Just manage that gap you have. Give a little, take a little. Keep the car smooth in the corners. Don't slide them. Don't overdo it. Don't try not to spin tire. Just keep the car underneath you. There it is. Minuscule time. Minuscule loss. That's managing the gap right there. Good racing there by the 26. Roberge and Rechkin are still Rechkin trying everything he can, just waiting for an opportunity. Roberge and Rechkin a little bit free off the corner. Roberge is really doing a great job here holding off the 24. It almost gets nerve-wracking just seeing the same car all over you in your mirror lap after lap after lap. They've been like this for 15, 20 laps now. And Roberge is just a rock here, not making any mistakes, running the same line, both ends of the racetrack. He's doing a great job here holding off Mark Rechkin. Biggert was catching up to Cameron Gario, has not quite got in there yet. Little wiggle there down in the dip through the dog leg. As I believe everybody else has cycled out for the most part, evened out. Striker falling off the bed is Hammond sliding off the dog leg, hangs onto it. Looks like he's coming down pit road. Hammond just trying throwing a wrench at it, just trying something. See how it works out for him. He heads off into pit road. Robert and Redskin still going at it here, coming down off of 2. Hey, that guy, I've seen Ryan race with this here and there. Not as consistent. I'm sure he's got stuff going on, but he's doing a great job right now. Hanging on to that gap he's got. They're relatively the same as where they started. When Andrew took over second spot, you see him starting to slowly catch up now. Half a tenth, a little over a tenth, half a tenth. Gives up. Dunkelberger gets up some time, takes a little bit back there. Phipps might start putting the pressure on the 26. See what they do here. Andrew Phipps is quicker. They tied. They tied. So it shows Phipps quicker. iRacing does have a further decimal point past the third zero. We just can't see it. The sim doesn't show it. So there's a number there that Phipps was a little bit above the 26. They basically tied. That's nothing. That's why it's green. But I mean, they're dead even. They're dead even. Look at this. What they turn here. Phipps loses a little bit of time. I mean, the 26 is doing a phenomenal job here. Hanging on to it. We'll see when pit stop start is. Biggert has caught the 20. John Hammond there with fresh tires, trying to throw a wrench at it. Just try something.
Charging battery.
Redskin here looks like he's falling off the pace a little bit from Roberge. Biggert's going to give way here to the 29 with fresher tires. Hammond should catch up to the rest of these guys relatively quickly. It's not as dramatic as other tracks with fresh tires as Phoenix is, but he'll get around them here. These guys are on some pretty worn tires right now, doing a great job hanging onto their cars. It's like the 24 is starting to fall off from the 98, just a bit here and there. Dunkelberger leading the charge here. Back to our timer, just same deal here. These guys just going back and forth right now. And the 26 really was able to keep up with the 25 early going to the races. Cameron Dario is our second one to come down pit road. See if he does it right on time. They'll be good to go from here on a tank of fuel. It's the tire management that we want to worry about. 20 coming down. We'll see if that starts sets off the chains for everybody else to come down pit road. There goes Cameron coming off pit road. Good, nice and quick stop as Dunkelberger did put him a lap down, but these guys are going to have to pit one more time. John Hammond getting around Andrew Phipps here, looking for his lap back just ahead of him. This is the 26. Everybody's going to be on a different tire sets here momentarily as the 26 leads the field. Phipps is second, bigger than third. As we'll take a quick break here as everybody's spaced out. We'll throw it side by side. And I'm going to take a quick water break. We'll be right back.
One car.
Welcome back here as we saw pit cycles happen during the side-by-side. You saw Phipps come down, Stryker, Ryan, Biggert. It pretty much kicked off there as everybody started coming down except for Chris Repairs, I believe, the last one to get to stop. I think I saw Repairs stop there as Dunkelberger would be your leader. Now running the fastest lap of the race with a 27.3. He's pretty much put the Jets on now. Phipps about a straightaway, a little less than a straightaway right behind him. There's Cameron Daria though behind Chris Roberts. biding his time, trying to get around him here. And Roberge, we've seen him do this quite often here. It's pit as late as possible, hope for a yellow and catch the field. But I don't know if it's going to happen this time around with the field so scattered, especially after pit stops and the few cars we have on the racetrack. But though the action has been completely nuts, the end of this race, middle to end of second stage, and the start of this stage just absolutely nuts. They just let it fly. 20 going around, 01 dives down all the way to the apron, almost to the pit lane exit, cutting across the 20. Fresher tires there coming at play. As Cameron Dario was one of those who the first one actually to pit. See how this strategy works out. Striker in second right now. The laps are starting to wind down. You see Striker struggling with the car, scrapes against the wall. A little bit of a scrape there on the right side. Still has the body shape. 20 around the 98. '98 leading the charge behind the 88. Ryan Dunkelberger back here. Almost a little less than half a lap down, trying to get around the 29. Gonna be side by side down the backstretch. Fresher tires coming at play now, coming in charge to get by the 73. Just really putting the foot down. And Phipps following suit here. I'm not too sure if he's going as quick, but if I was first or second, I would really think about kind of still managing the gap that the 26 has. I know the first two guys have to pit, or for sure the 98. I can catch the 88 on some older tires. He is pretty far away though, but not quite burn him down yet. We do have about 40-ish laps to go. Maybe save him for a little bit, 10-ish laps there, and kind of set yourself up to really run hard the final leg of the stint here. 26, a little bobble down the backstretch. Burke and Hammond here on the same lap, I believe, 8th and 9th. Hammond trying to pick up as many spots as he can. Burke just caught a lap down there, getting a little free there for the 29, trying to dip in and cut the dog leg. Rear end kicks out a little bit. Burke slides just a half a lane up the track. Little diamond there. Something we see a lot at Dover. Going in the corner, you let the car slide. Hammond smacks the wall. You let the car slide up middle of the corner, and then you get that diamond shape, so you can just straight line it off the exit of 2 in Dover. No, I'm not sure if that's what he's trying to do. Just something that came to mind. There's Phipps down in the frame. As he's watching these guys battle it out. Andrew Phipps in 4th here. Ryan Dunkelberger leading what should be the field here. I don't believe Chris Roberge can make it from here, but you never know. Some crazy things has happened. I've seen this plan work for him before. No, there he goes in, now diving down into pit road. That'll give Stryker the lead. I've seen this plan work before for him, where he'll make it on fuel or he'll get that lucky yellow, but it won't work this time. Stryker assumes command. As Roberge ducks down. Got a good pack here. Phipps gets by the 73 and the 29. Hammond still trying to get as much as he can. Wide up the track. Little cut there under the yellow stripe. Stryker hoping for a yellow here. Burke a little blink Striker hoping for a yellow, some kind of break here. I don't know. These are the two closest cars there. It's Phipps continues to try and catch second place. There's Ryan Dunkelberger. You see him on the track map going into 1. Phipps just exiting 2. Or 4, excuse me. That used to be 2. Hammond taking a peek on the outside. Jeremiah Burke looks like he's going to swing around and not. Looks like he's going to clear him. Not quite. Burke still putting up a fight here. They are racing for a position for 8th and 9th here. Hammond assumes 8th. Burke relegates to 9th there, tucked up against the 29. Burke with some good exit speed there, coming off down the backstretch. It's free. Hangs on to it there, loses a lot of ground on the 29. He got a good exit, a little too aggressive there on the throttle. It looks like all the time he's lost now on the 29. We'll see if he can pick it back up with a few laps to go here. Striker still leading the field. We'll see the gap here. Dunkelberger just tearing into that. He's about a straightaway now. This mini straight we have here, the front stretch, essentially behind in every lap. He's half a tenth. He see him the first lap 165, completely almost a second quicker, and it's kind of toning off a little bit. I would try not to push it that hard. I don't think Striker can really hang on for that long, but the two absolutely putting his foot down to catch the 88. Drop off a little bit, maybe 2/10 or so. Just count out your lap time per lap to what you need to catch before the race is over, and try to relegate to that so you know you're going to catch him, and not burn your tire off as quick. Andrew Phipps also trying to catch up to them. We'll see what he's getting here versus Ryan Dunkelberger. They're about even there. They're running relatively the same thing. Dunkelberger 2/10 quicker there on that last time by. Andrew Phipps with that big old mistake early in the last stage, and then just the absolute chaos that ensued in the third corner. Something we rarely see from the 25. Looks like he got the car repaired there nice and clean. Not even scuffed. There, that pit crew doing a wonderful job. But a rare mistake we see from Phipps. It happens to everybody. Doing a great job bouncing back here for third. Jeremiah Burke coming down pit road. Or now coming off pit road. Cameron Dario flies around. Thought he was going to catch him, not quite. That'll put them on the lead lap. Burke. Excuse me, not quite. There goes Striker. I figured he could not quite make it. I was kind of hoping he could make it and just had some worn out tires, and it make it a little more interesting, as that'll give Ryan Dunkelberger the race lead with a really big gap there. Andrew Phipps did pit prior, and then Dunkelberger pitted immediately the lap after. But Dunkelberger doing a great job on that pit cycle. Striker getting some service done, getting some tires, and trying to finish out the race with 26 to go. And this is the fight right here. Phipps and Ryan Dunkelberger. I mean, we'll see who's saved enough. Phipps is pretty far back. I mean, he's pretty far back. He's a whole corner behind the 26. See him quicker that time. 3/10, half a tenth. Not as fast this last time by. I mean, I enjoy it. It's a good time. Cameron Dario coming down for his final stop. I thought he was able to make it after that last time by. But it looks like he's going to come down, maybe top off or just get a new set of tires. Here, yeah, right sides are jacked up. And we'll see the left sides go. 26 pulling away here. 24 to go. Just got to tick off. Just keep your head on straight. Keep off the mirror. Hit your marks there for the 26. Redskin here back with Burke and Hammond. Redskin a lap ahead of, I believe, Hammond and Burke. He is Burke and Hammond still not quite. Looks like Burke's 2 laps down now after that pit cycle. Hammond a lap down to Mark Redskin. Roberge ahead of them guys. And there's Striker back out on the racetrack in 6th. Everybody's scattered around the racetrack. He's just ahead of Andrew Phipps there. There goes Cameron Dario with some fresh tires, some fresh Goodyears. You feel like Superman on some tires, some new tires. With everybody else on the old set, you're just blowing by, but it's kind of two-faced because you know you're a lap down to them. But it's a great feeling when you can just blow right by somebody regardless. 25 trying to pick up the charge there on the 26. They're still relatively the same with 21 laps to go, approaching 20 laps to go here, coming down the backstretch. Phipps losing just a tad bit of time. Massive time loss there on the last lap. Might have gotten caught behind a lap car. Maybe a bobble, but doesn't look like he's going to quite catch him this time around. Possibly due to that wall hit earlier. Just a minuscule quicker there than Dunkelberger. Dunkelberger showing it how it's done here so far. And this just shows that winners race Fords, guys. It's a Ford Fusion out in front with 20 to go. I just want everybody to know that. Winners race Fords. And I ran a Chevy the other day, but Dunkelberger doing a great job. Riding with the 25 here coming down the backstretch. Laps are ticking down for Andrew Phipps here. It's not going to quite get there in time, it looks like, without some help. And that help is would have to be something crazy because everybody else is pretty spaced apart. Lap cars are with lead lap. Lap down cars are with lead lap cars. Not really any position fighting going on the field. Just there are a couple packs, but mixed lap counts. There's Cameron Dario's behind Striker, but a lap down to Striker. They are catching the leader there. Both of them trying to get a lap back. Ryan Dunkelberger leading the way. Should just give way here to these guys. No, don't pull a Robbie Gordon and race a car you don't have to leading the race. I remember that race at Sonoma. Robbie Gordon just trying to get around a lap car for some reason and gave it up to Tony Stewart. Don't do it. There's no reason to. 16 to go for the 26. Rolls the bottom of the corner. Let's 88-20 by. Figured in Burke up against the wall. Still trying to get everything he can get. The car just not responding. These guys still getting after it to the very, very end. Cameron in Striker. That'll put Cameron on the lead lap, I believe, or a lap down. He was 2 laps. Yeah, he's a lap down now. He was 2 laps down. That'll put Striker back on the lead lap. See the ticker go by. Hammond and Dario on the same lap. Burke 2 laps down. There's Sean Hammond there. Car's pretty beat up there, but still doing a great job running in 7th here with 14 laps to go. These guys just trying to get the race in. This final stage's very, very lengthy, and it's all a mental game here. A big problem, a lot of us, myself included, is turning laps over and over, trying to hit your marks, not spacing out, not dazing out, missing your marks. Tiny mistakes add up, and you lose a ton of time over this course. There goes his teammate, the 88, and the 20 are going to go by. Cameron will overtake the 29. That's for position right there. Cameron with the fresher set of tires than the 29. Sends Hammond back to 8th. Cameron overtakes for 9. But they're still racing now. There might be a load on the racetrack, first and second, but it's all about hitting your marks here, making sure you get your foot placements right, get the nose pointer right. Nothing's for granted. You can absolutely make a mistake, hit the apron wrong, car loops around, you stuff it into the outside wall or the inside wall, breaking loose. You try the apron when you have it to, when you've never have or not comfortable, and the car just gets upset and you're breaking loose. All kinds of things can happen. Nothing is set in stone until that checker flag comes out. We've seen some crazy things happen at the end of the race. Rayburn says he wants to be like Striker when he grows up. The Chevy, me and the Chevy last night is the only reason why I couldn't catch Robert's, because if you notice, Robert's was in a Ford. Robert's was leading the race in a Ford. The Ford is absolutely quicker. Cameron only caught him because he had fresher tires. Race sticking down here. Cameron taking a peek at Striker. They're not for position though. Striker a lap on the lead lap, a lap ahead. But what is for position is Robert's ahead of Striker with 10 to go. Could be another spot. That's still a good day for the 88. Trying to get a top 5 here. On Robert's just ahead of him. Rechkin was finally able to get around Robert's a little bit ago. We saw them guys nose to tail for, it had to be 25, 30 laps. A good portion of that race. 9 to go for Ryan Dunkelberger. 8 to go, coming around 3 and 4. See Andrew Phipps coming by. He's definitely going to need some assistance. There's absolutely no time left for him to catch up. Big shout out to everybody for joining us tonight. Everybody watching who's going to watch, hit the like button, thumbs up, please. Share it with everybody, friends and family, all the Discords, all the racing guys, give some league exposure. This race, the car count wasn't quite as what we liked, but the action was still nuts. It's still insane. They're still going at it. They're beating, banging. They all junked it in turn 3. We saw the leaders wreck again, like we did at the Next Gen series this past Friday. It's absolutely wild, the show these guys put on. But these guys absolutely driving it hard, 100% to the very end with 6 to go for Ryan Dunkelberger. But share the stream, give a like there. Big shout out to HunbleBundle for partnering with ChopShop TV. Check out the description on the YouTube video. Support some charities. Gets a ton of good games for, I'm talking about AAA games for very cheap. You get a great bundle. You pay as much as you want to. And if you pay a little extra, you get a little extra. Check it out. Hit up the link there in the description. It helps out the league, gets a little back to us so we can keep the races going. As Cameron is really trying hard to get around the 88. It's not for position, but 88 slaps it against the wall there and gives way. Striker keeps it in the wall so he doesn't dart down the racetrack. We've seen that a bunch of times when someone glues it to the wall. You yank it left, it finally grips, you shoot down, and you wreck a bunch of guys. That could have been a yellow. Smart driving by the 88. I don't know if he'll have enough time to catch Roberts, but Dunkelberger just doing a massively great job with his gap management. As Phipps, you see now starting to put the charge on, but with that management Dunkelberger did, not burning the tires up, pretty much off from the get-go, I believe, lets him keep enough pace that he'll stay ahead of the number 25. Phipps is closing quite a distance here, but the time, it's all about the time. It's just running out of time there as we see Dunkelberger pick it up just a little bit there. Half a tenth. Not enough there for the 25 to close in. It's definitely going to need some help. We'll need some catastrophic help for Andrew Phipps here as Dunkelberger's going to come around and take 2 to go for the 26 there. Just 8 more corners to go for his first win here in the Gen 4 series here at Phoenix at night. This racetrack, I absolutely love this racetrack. See a great bird's eye view there with 2 to go. Dunkelberger coming around 3 and 4, taking the checkered flag on the cactus cam. This is cool. The cactus lights up white, a little whiter for the white flag. It does turn yellow also. I should have showed it in one of these cautions, but it looks like it's going to be the 26. Just holding off the charge on the 25. Andrew Phipps, Biggert in third. Dunkelberger coming down the back stretch off into 1 and 2. And it's going to be the number 26 taking command here in the second half of Phoenix, picking up a win. Andrew Phipps second. Biggert coming around. There he is. Biggert in third. He's going to finish third. Burke sliding off in the corner as well as Biggert. What an absolutely fantastic race. This was so much fun. Oh, that race on Friday was absolutely nuts. I mean, I absolutely, when you have some time, go finish it out, because I mean, those guys went at it. That race was a dogfight, absolute dogfight. That's probably the best race we've had on the ChopShop League. We need to do North Wilkes-Barre 2 times on the schedule. Let everybody get mad. I mean, that was nuts. 26 is going to burn it down at Phoenix.
Charging battery.
Down to the race booth. There we go.
You're gonna burn them up. Like
Up first on the chopping block here, the 01 Air Force Ford machine. Nathan Biggert, you got me?
I got you, Joe. What's up?
What a great race there. You guys hang on. This was I think one of the longest races we ran. At least it felt like it with that great run at the end. But start of the race, first stages, especially the second stage. I mean, you guys went at it there. That second stage there. How did it feel?
Yeah, it was a great battle. Definitely in the beginning, like you said, the first and second stage was a great battle. I was having fun, definitely took care of my tires a little better, I think, in the early part of the runs than everybody else. So, and I think that was about the only thing that was giving me help to keep up with Andrew and them up front, because them guys they were good tonight, I think I struggled a little bit here at Phoenix in this car. Not sure what it was. I just didn't feel comfortable in it at all. But thankfully, the last stage went the way it did. Long run, which helped me, I think. And then I definitely messed up my green flag pit stop, though. I lost a lot there. And I think I had the speed at the end if I would have kept up in the beginning. But just, like I said, it took me so long to finally get into feeling better about the track and car combo. But all in all, great race. Congrats to the top two there, Ryan and Andrew. Top three finish And congrats to everybody else that finished the race, man. This was a tough one, and it wasn't easy to stick the whole thing out. It was a long race.
Phoenix, one of my I consider it a hometown track. It's roughly 6 hours away from El Paso where I'm at, and that's pretty nuts, I think. But I absolutely love this track. Here we don't see a lot of night racing at Phoenix, especially transition. Was the track change that dramatic? Did it really change how the car felt?
It did for me, I think. Like it just you didn't have the slickness anymore. Like it just you had a lot of grip to feel free to overdrive the car, especially on entry. Like you could just drive it in deep, and it felt like it's gonna hold, it's gonna stick. It might push a little bit, but and you were destroying the tire, but for some reason, it's just the track had the grip to do it. So it was a little what's the word? Yeah, misinformation type of thing. But yeah, it definitely went through a change, and I love races like this that do that. You know, it's fun. Definitely the sun was the obstacle to overcome in the beginning stages, but I love finishing and doing a race under the lights. It's awesome. The cars look great, and it's just fun.
So I know you mentioned the sun as well as Striker there early on. He it didn't sound like it was too bad for him, but I hear you complaining about the sun in the Discord drivers chat here and there. How do you guys deal with that? I know we kind of know the track here and kind of can adjust to the scenario, but how do you personally deal with the sun blinding you?
Yeah, it's basically that. You know, you just try to get used to your braking points early so you can do it basically without seeing it or know about where it is, you know, just by feel and by timing on how long you've been on the backstretch. But I think it's an adjustment you can also make in the sim with your, you know, brightness of your screens and stuff. But it's just realistic. I like it. I'm on a brand new PC, so I haven't been able to adjust that or anything or try to do something to combat it. But either way, I mean, whether it's blinding you, like literally just bright in your eyes, or the fact of just you turn the brightness down and you still can't see very well where your markers are. So it's just by feel and repetitive getting used to it.
Awesome. We appreciate some insight there. Just a valiant effort there, toughing it out for the third stage. Very lengthy. Anything different there? You mentioned your pit stop cycle was a little wonky. Pit stops. A lot of us. I'm guilty of that. I rarely practice pit stops. Was this pit entry tricky there for Phoenix?
I don't think it was all that tricky in the sense of it's in the corner and it's you know, you're not going excessively fast, so it's not like you really have to slam on the brakes, you know, like some mile and a halves and stuff and make a huge speed difference. I mean, you do got to slow down, but it was mainly I didn't practice it, and when I went to do it, I basically misjudged which line I was supposed to be going to speed limit at, and I slowed down like way too early, and I was doing pit road speed probably like a couple hundred feet before the actual line where I needed to. So I just lost a few seconds there. But also during this interview, sorry, I wanted to go back to in the early stages. I made a mistake, got into Jeremiah, and I mean I felt bad about that. Like that was definitely obviously an accident. I honestly wasn't even sure that I had done it until he even Discord told me, yeah, you definitely hit me, and I didn't feel it, nothing. It had to have been very slight, but I just want to apologize to him. And yeah, I'm just sorry about that.
Nothing wrong with that. I think it was a tire difference there, speed difference. But we dissected that. I mean, I got all kinds of angles. I couldn't quite tell if you guys touched. If it was. I mean, maybe like a pixel touched one pixel kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like it looked like just more arrow push, if anything. But yeah, I'm sure he appreciates that, and he'll be okay for the next one. But looking off the end of the race here. Great start, great top three to start the playoffs. Good momentum going. What are your thoughts for next week?
Yeah, it feels good, you know, to finish this in the top three, and basically that's what I'm shooting for through these playoff run. You know, is top fives, but obviously top threes is best. I mean, a win would be great, but it's not easy to do. You know, these guys are talented. We got some fast guys in here. I think everybody in here could win a race. You know, so it's just trying to get the best finish I can, and especially on a track like this. Like usually, I feel very comfortable, and I think I did a good enough job tonight. I definitely could have done better with more practice, I think, but I'm happy and just looking forward to the rest of these playoffs, man. It's gonna be hard, but it's gonna be fun.
Awesome. Kansas next week. Looking to change it up a bit. Talladega after that, and then Classic Charlotte. Oh no, it's the new one, 2018 Charlotte there. So I think Dega is going to be a little up in the air. Maybe have an upset there, but we're looking forward to it. We'll see you for the round of what is it? The top 16 make it, right?
Yeah,
I believe so. But we'll see you next round there. Nathan Biggert getting a top 3 here. Give us some shout outs.
Yeah, I just want to give a shout out to the league, Chop Shop. Shout out to John and Stryker, everything they do for the league. Also the Chop Shop TV, you guys doing your own broadcast. Appreciate you, Joe. Everything you do for us. I think you do an amazing job, man. I had my phone playing in the background. I could hear you getting all excited and stuff. And I was like, man, this is a long run. He's still all wound up. This is awesome. You know, you're doing a great job. And give a shout out to all the fans watching, all the sponsors of the league. I know we just got a new one, so I'm not sure what it is. But anyways, also just always when I get a top 3 and get to talk to you all up in here, I give a shout out to my mom because she watches every one of my races. So love you, Mom.
Awesome, love it, love the love there, and I appreciate the kind words. You guys are what make it exciting. I just call what I see, but I genuinely just love racing, and I'd love to watch it and call it. So you guys make it exciting, and great for me to call, and I'm sure great for everybody else. But we'll see you next week at Kansas there.
Yeah, see you guys there.
Biggert there in the 01, doing a great job, hanging on for a really lengthy run there at the end of the race there, overcoming some adversity with a pile up, I guess a 3-car wreck really. Those guys spinning around him, Cameron, and I think it was Jeremiah as well. But Andrew Phipps up next here in second, running the number 25 G-Max Chevrolet. Andrew, you got me?
Yes, sir. I'm here. How are you?
I'm doing great myself. This was a blast to watch. The car count not crazy insane, but I mean you guys absolutely went at it there. How was the car running for you tonight?
Well, everything was good until I absolutely broke my car while leading. That was just terrible. I just got loose off of 2 and I pedaled it, thought I had it, and it never came back. It just drove it. I just drove the left front right in the inside wall, and that was the end of my night. I was just not fast after that.
And that just goes to show, as we see visually the bodywork, it looks like you got everything fixed, but it looks like some suspension or some underlying component damage for you.
Yeah, I had a minute damage, and I only had 1 lap to get it fixed, so I just got as much fixed as I could, and when the pace car got like 3 seconds away from me, I had to go. So I still had like 20-something seconds of damage, and it just didn't drive very good. After that, I charged back to second, and I tried to run Ryan down as hard as I could, and I couldn't close it down. I got to about 2 seconds, and then I just couldn't close anymore. And then I had a terrible pit stop. I was just really slow on my entry. And so when I came out after my pit stop, he had a like 3-second lead on me, and there was still 50 to go, and I had like 7-second lead over third. So I go, you know what? I'm not even going to try and chase him down. I'm just going to go into full save mode and just cruise around and save my tires in case there's a yellow. And yellow never came. So it was very anticlimactic. The beginning was very exciting for me. The first 3 segments of it was very exciting. The last one, Ryan just had it in the bag, and if I would have tried to chase him down, just melted my tires off of it, and wouldn't have been able to get there. I mean, I was going as hard as I could the one before, so it was just a strategy play to say, well, okay, I know I can't catch him from this far back, so I'm just gonna save and pray for a yellow. I know I wasn't the only one praying for a yellow. A few other guys had some pit strategies. If the yellow would have come out after Strickland pitted and Cam, oh, we would have all been in trouble. They were way faster.
Definitely a lot of different strategies there. Roberts and Striker staying out the longest. Tell us about. Want to, I guess, more dissect that spin. Not really a spin. I guess a skid into the inside wall. A mistake we don't really see you make. Very mistakes really. It does happen to all of us, but. Is that just a case of losing focus, or maybe checking the mirror, or just the car just got out of hand suddenly?
It's an absolute handful. It's a miracle I didn't wreck it a few more times. I came off a 2 and I thought I was doing good, and all of a sudden the RPMs kind of picked up and I could tell the rears were spinning. So I just corrected it to the right and kind of lifted to about half throttle, and usually it'll just come right back to you. You straighten up the wheel and go about your business. And I turned to the right and pedaled it, and when I straightened the wheel out, it was still sliding and just kept going to the left, and I locked him up and jammed the gas and the brakes, and usually it'll straighten everything up, and it just would not stop and just right in the fence, killed. It didn't drive very good after that, but even getting the damage fixed, it was a lot better, but it still wasn't good, especially on a long run. The longer you go, the more it you can feel it. And these cars are weird. I've even had it where you fix all the damage and the car still isn't quite as fast. But I think that's more on the bigger tracks. These short tracks, I don't think the damage is quite as important. I think that if I could have got the lead, I'd have been really hard to beat. But with Ryan, I've raced with Ryan a lot, and he's really smart, and he knew exactly what he was doing. I was in Discord with him. He knew what was going on. As long as he can manage the gap, and as soon as I backed off and started saving, his lap times went down by a half a second. I didn't tell him what I was doing, but I could see it that he immediately started saving too. I go, jeez. Nothing I could do. He's gonna save if I save, and as soon as I start to go, he's gonna go. So he's smart. He knows what he's doing. He's been doing this a long time. I'm glad he came and raced with us. The kid's very talented.
Definitely put on a show and a little pressure to you in the early goings there. The night racing here, even the transition going in, a lot of us don't get to experience that or race through a transition like that. Was that a major change on the racetrack?
I'll tell you the biggest thing is you couldn't see when the sun's going down, just like in real life. It is so bad you can't see anything coming off a 2 and down a back straightaway. There was about a 10-minute period there where I was just almost blind off a 2. I just had to just be really cautious and stay far away from the wall because I couldn't tell exactly where it was. And yes, the car definitely changes. The more rubber gets put down, and as the track cools off, it got significantly tighter. I liked it a lot better in the first run when it's a little hot and slick. Keeps the car turning good. So it's easier for me. I don't like a tight car, so as soon as it starts getting tighter, it's harder to maintain pace without hurting the right front tire.
Awesome. Well, a great top 3, second place for you. Lots of momentum going on next week to kick off round 1 of the playoffs going into I believe it was Kentucky. I just saw it.
Kansas, yeah.
Kansas, you're right. Yeah, Kansas. There. What are your thoughts for next week at Kansas?
I think I need to do really well because we have Talladega after that, and that's really scary. And then we have Charlotte, which is a cookie cutter track that everybody seems to be good at, except for me. I don't like. So I just have to survive round 1 and get to round 2 because I really like Iowa and Homestead. So if I can make my way through the first round, then I'll be much happier in the second, and the championships at Texas, and that's a fun track for everybody.
Awesome, love it there. Andrew Phipps getting second place. Give us some shout outs here.
Shoot, I just want to thank the league for putting this on. I know the car count hasn't been great, but these cars are so hard and so fun to drive. I don't understand why more. I don't know if it's the Sunday thing or if it's just the car's difficult to drive, but I just got to thank the guys at ChopShop for doing all the work and putting this together and letting us come out and have a good time. And thank you so much for giving up your time and broadcasting for us. It's always fun to watch it back and see everybody else's struggles and and issues that they had throughout the race.
Appreciate it, and I'm sure the league does as well. We appreciate you racing with us every week and giving up your time to join us. But we're looking forward to see how you do next week, and I hope you have a great night.
Awesome. Thank you, guys. Have a great time. I'll see you next week.
Andrew Phipps there, running in second place in the number 25. The 26 taking the charge here, really killing it there towards the last stage. Ryan, you got me?
Yep, I got you guys.
Ryan, you did a hell of a drive there, keeping up with Phipps there, putting a lot of pressure and a great looking car. I'm a little biased because it's a Ford, but how was the race overall for you? Was there a lot of adversity with this car track combination?
Yeah, it's a lot of peaks and valleys. First half of the race, I just couldn't stop making mistakes. I felt like I was fast to hold on to the lead. It's just wasn't ready for it. In terms of the car, I mean, I got my brake bias right kind of in the middle of the race. First half of the race, I was just kind of guessing, trying stuff out, and it ended up biting me. And I thought my race was pretty much over when I restarted. I think 6th in the middle of the part of the race, and at the end there, I think Andrew made a few mistakes, and at the halfway break or the stage, he made a big one and kind of put it in the wall. And I feel like that was the only way I was gonna be able to pull away from these guys, and I guess it ended up working.
We talk about the all these drivers mentioning the blaring sun down the backstretch in the early goings there. How do you yourself overcome the blindness there off of 2?
Just not try to knock the wall down. I was so careful coming out of that corner. I felt like I knew where it was, and I'd only get like a little bit of a look at it before like the sun really came head on. But I get one look at it, and then you can't see it, and then you're just guessing where it is. So yeah, like the first like 45 laps, 50 laps, it was getting pretty bad. And yeah, I think everybody made a comment on it. It was just terrible. Coming into 3-2 is pretty bad. But 2, it was yeah, you were just guessing where the wall was.
A big portion of this race, finishing under or running under the lights and finishing under the night. A lot of rubber being put down, as Phipps mentioned, but the transition there, aspect there, a lot of us don't get to experience. Was the car much different from you versus the afternoon into the night?
Yeah, Phipps is real familiar with racing big horsepower cars, and I'm not. I tell that to him all the time. I'm so used to racing the ARCA car, and it's got so much less power than this thing. And he used to race modifieds, 600 plus horsepower on a little treaded tire in real life, and he's used to this, and I'm not. I used to watch him all the time, and it's like I feel like I needed a grippy track to kind of even have a chance, and I think that's what kind of promoted so many issues in the beginning half of the race for me. There wasn't enough cars on track to really get the track set and gripped in. And I think at the halfway break, it was kind of like, all right, the track's somewhat there. It's getting a little bit grippier. But that long run really solidified the grip in the track, and I think it helped me out a ton. I was mentioning to Andrew a little bit. I was like, I'm falling off here in the last 20 laps, and I kind of left it open if he kind of had a little bit left. But yeah, once the track gripped up, I felt pretty good with my settings and everything. But like I said, the first half was just like there's not enough grip. Can't run it hard, and he was kind of saying the same thing. So I think the cooler weathers at night and having a long run there at the end helped tremendously.
Very lengthy race there towards the end, leading a good portion of that with a pretty good sizable gap. A lot of us would just burn our equipment off and try to win by a lap over the field, but you showing masterful work with managing the gap. A lot of racers have trouble doing that, and just keeping an eye on the guy behind you while racing. What's going through your mind there when we see Andrew closing in a little bit, you push it up a little bit and then back off when you need to. We see the time. giving way a little bit back and forth. How do you manage that?
I just kind of tell myself I can give him, if I get a 6-second lead, I can give him 2 and still not worry about it. But at the end of the race there, I kind of understand in the back of my head that even if he gets to me, he's going to have to race me. And being the leader, you pick the line, you have the quote unquote right away. But even if he got to me, he would have had to race me. And Andrew and I race a lot together, and I know what he does. He's a lot better at tire saving than me. So with a lead that big, I kind of understood that I can give him 2 seconds, 1.5 seconds, and I'm really not worried. But if he had a second gap on me, that's when I kind of feel the pressure a little bit and kind of step up my game. But at the end there, I kept telling him, I'm like, I'm just trying to bring this thing home. And like I said, I left it wide open for him. If he had anything left, he could have just chased me down.
Awesome. Well, just a great job still overall, controlling the race there towards the end and racing into the under the lights into the night here. Next week is Kansas there. Not quite enough races for you to make the playoffs with the win in your end, but absolute upset here over everybody else. Hoping to see you next week there. What are your thoughts for next week at Kansas?
Definitely going to have some practice. Not familiar with it. Especially in these are huge horsepower. So, going to a new track is very foreign, even if you've raced it in other cars. But I'm sure I'll be there and put on a good show, I think.
Fantastic. We're looking forward to you guys duking it out next week there at Kansas. Give us some shout outs here for yourself tonight.
Yeah, I gotta say what's up to Willie Allen. If you guys got any race cars in real life and you want your shocks done, head on over to War Shocks. They do excellent work over there. They're out in Nashville, Tennessee. So just gotta say what's up to them and say what's up to mom and dad, and yeah, that's about it.
Awesome. Can't forget the parents there. We love it there. Ryan Dunkelberger taking the win here tonight at Phoenix. We'll see you next week. I hope you have a great night.
Perfect. Thank you, guys.
26 takes the charge here. We'll look over the race results here as we get a nice overhead view of ISM Raceway. Used to be called PIR back in the day, and then they did the whole restructure over. I absolutely love what they did with the infield. There's a tunnel over there, a little past the start-finish line behind the grandstand, towards the end of that grandstand behind it. You walk underneath it and end up in the middle, in the infield there, to the top over there where the timing tower is. And you walk into the garages. They have a about waist-high fence. So you walk into the garages, see the cars, see the guys working the cars. You might see a driver there. And then they got a nice concession stand, a bar, and all that good stuff. I mean, what they did to Phoenix, it used to be crowded and a mess, and you couldn't do anything. But there feels like there's so much more room there. If you haven't gone here, it's a great racetrack to go to. I love this racetrack. Dunkelberger takes the win. Phipps in second after a bit of a mistake there, but good rebound. Biggert in third after also overcoming some adversity. Rechkin finally gets caught by Roberge. They were battling had to be 25, 30 laps. Roberge relegates to fifth. Stryker in sixth. Dario in seventh. Hammond, tough night for John there. A lot of issues for him there. In eighth, though, overall, still finishing out the night. Burke in ninth. Craig with some heavy damage early in the goings in 10th. Rayburn as well, and Culver having to pull over for some heavy cramping issues. Just got to take care of himself there. So no problem, Jerry. It is Jerry's birthday, everybody. Give a happy birthday to Jerry Culver. That's it for us tonight at Chop Shop TV. Join us next, actually Mondays, is Dirt Racing with Jason over at Signature Esports on YouTube, Twitch, Kick, and Facebook. Wednesdays, we have the Super Speedway Series coming up, broadcasted here on Chop Shop TV, starting up in 2 weeks. Super Speedways only. We're rotating cars, next gens, Xfinity trucks, 87s. I think we're doing ARCA cars or Gen 4 cars. We're rotating cars, all the plate tracks and Atlanta. I think they're doing the iRacing Super Speedway also, this massive track. That track is nuts. That's on Wednesdays in 2 weeks. Spread the word. Everybody likes Super Speedway racing. Spread the word. Share. Let all your friends know. Let all your racing buddies know. Share the Discord link so they can join in. It's $10 to race the whole season. I think there's 8 or 9 races, I believe. Fridays we're back at it at Next Gen Racing, and that's on. If I look at the schedule, we're going to Kansas next week. That's probably why I'm getting confused. So Kansas next week's 150 laps next Friday, and then we're back at it on Sundays for Gen 4. I forget at the standings. Here's Nathan Bigger. These guys are secure Phipps. Dario, these guys are top 16. We'll move on here. The running order might shuffle up a bit for some drivers not coming in or going. Definitely here and there are going to change up a bit. So playoff definitely is going to get interesting for round 1. The time has come to see who's going to move on through the rounds, and we'll crown a champion at the end of it. But that's it for tonight. Thank you, everybody, for joining and tuning in to ChopShop TV, and we'll see you next time.